So here we have a Pitco fryer that was not filtering the oil properly. Normally I wouldn't do voiceover, but in this case there was some super loud music playing in the background, so I decided to just cancel the audio and do voiceover. But the motor was tripping the limit every single time that you would reset it. So what I'm doing here is actually unbolting the pump from the motor so that we can verify if it's the pump or the motor. So the only way to physically figure out if the pump or the motor is the problem, see, watch the motor, watch right in there, you can see the motor is stiff like that. So I have physically unbolted the pump from the motor. If you loosen the mounting hardware on the bottom of the pump so that it can slide back, and disconnect the bolts at the other end so you can disconnect the pump. Once you've got them separated, if the motor works fine, then it's obviously something wrong with the pump. But if the motor doesn't work, like it does in this case, then you know it's actually the motor that's bad. You can see I physically have the motor unbolted, and I've got it pushed back so it is disconnected from the pump. But the motor still doesn't spin fast, so it is bad. So I ordered a new motor and came back. You want to pull out the actual drain pot, which is what I pointed at first, and then this secondary catch pan. That will allow you to get at the bottom of the motor where those screws, or rather bolts, were that we already loosened the day before. And you'll have to take those out. And then right up in here is where the motor is actually plugged in. Just on this little relay board. There is a zip tie there, I didn't notice right away, but you have to cut that zip tie in order to pull the plug. Once you actually have the motor loose, you have to remove this bracket, which will allow you to pull these two pins and pivot that motor mounting plate down so you can actually dump the motor out the bottom of the fryer. Once you actually have the motor out of the fryer, you want to make sure that the pump itself turns freely. If any debris got sucked into there and was making that stiff, you might actually have to take the gear pump apart and clean out whatever debris was in there. And then you also want to make sure that it's not leaking oil badly. In my experience, it seems like they always leak a little bit of oil out of that end. But if it is leaking really bad, there is a seal that can be replaced in there. Here's a quick look at that wiring diagram. Fairly straightforward. We're just hooking one lead on there and the other lead on there, and it's 115 volt. You can see where the black and where the white were hooked on this original motor, and I think it can also be wired for higher voltage. At this point, you'll just want to go ahead and hook those bolts back up where they were and reattach it on the mounting plate as well. So I actually forgot to take any video when I was done getting everything bolted back together and actually tested the system, but I made sure that everything worked properly, and they drained all the fryers because the oil was quite dirty, and then refilled them again. And it was actually really cool because I hadn't seen a fryer that was set up this way, but when they want to get rid of their oil, they just turn on the pump, and there's actually an oil line run from the fryer in that central location all the way out to a disposal bin on the far side of the store. So they actually use the pump for, like, well, I think a lot more run time hours than most places, because they're not only filtering with it, but they also use it to just get rid of all the oil when they're ready to get rid of the oil. And I think it was also set up such that they could pump the fresh oil in. I should have had him show me it in a little bit more detail, because I was expecting the guy that was working there to like roll out the nasty oil cart thing, and then he didn't have to. He just was like, yeah, no, it just pumps it to the back and no big deal. So anyway, I hope that you found the video helpful. I'll try to link in the description to some of the stuff that we were using and some of the replacement parts. Hope that you enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to you later.